Thank you very much for inviting me to be with you tonight. It's an honor. A singer from Somalia explained to me that in Somalia, when someone asks you a favor, is providing you a great honor. And when some Armenian people ask me to help or to join your fight, you gave me a big honor to contribute to this endless battle to protect Armenians in the world. The beginning was the Center for Truth and Justice. That is the cornerstone of the effort. And the person who introduced me to Judge Abkarian was Anush, who was a student at Harvard when I was teaching there, and she was studying there. And she was always talking about the Armenian conflict and showing me poems and stories she was writing about it. And then Anush, Emilia, and Misha were always calling me, sending me information, discussing what else we can do. Then 3 Armenians from Argentina, Juan Tocatlian, Moreno Ocampo, and Carlos Arlanian, called me to discuss what is happening. Carlos Arlanian is the person who introduced me 40 years ago what happened with the Armenians. His family escaped, they arrived to Argentina, and he became a judge. He was the presiding judge in the case in Argentina against the dictators. And he has a critical role there. And he always explained to me what happened with the family and sensitized me on the problem. And they will explain to me the International Court of Justice decision and discussing what we can do. And that is for me the beginning of a change, because normally I was involved in big investigations. I was investigating genocide in Darfur, the Libya case, and Gaddafi. In my country, I investigated the dictators. But this was different because there was not so much things to investigate. The case was very clear. The International Court of Justice decided that the blockade of the Lachin corridor constitutes a risk for the life of the Armenians, the group of Armenians living in Nagorno-Karabakh. And that description by 15 judges, after listening the arguments of Armenian and Azerbaijan lawyers, was crucial, because that creating a risk for the life of the Armenians in Nagorno-Karabakh is exactly the element of genocide defined by the Genocide Convention. There are different forms to commit genocide. Massive killing is one. But already, since December, one form of genocide defined by Genocide Article 2C was present, inflicting on a group conditions to destroy their life. And that was happening with the blockade. And for me, that was clear, and we discussed it with them. And then I called Judge Abkarian to discuss with her how you see the personal intention of Aliyev. We started to work. And then the Governor Harzach also requests my opinion. And August 7, we produced the opinion that what happened with Lachin corridor was a genocide. Interestingly, many of my friends were in agreement, but they don't like to put themselves in the front line. But it was clear, it's a genocide. Already the blockade of the Lachin corridor is already a genocide. Then the worst thing coming, but it's already genocide. And that's so important. I want to explain to you why it's so important. Because the Azerbaijan government is committing a genocide against Armenians. That is the main reason that even Nagorno-Karabakh is an autonomous de facto region in Azerbaijan. They could not be normal citizens there because Azerbaijan want to destroy them as a community, as a group. So there are 153 nations in the world that ratify the Genocide Convention. And they are committed to prevent and to punish genocide. And they have the duty to protect these people. That's why it's so important. It's not a campaign, it's not a slogan, it's not like a nice name. It's a technical issue. Genocide is happening against Armenians in Nagorno-Karabakh. We should really insist to qualify in this way because the consequences are important to protect in the long term the people there. And that's a new thing, also the consequences are important to punish the responsible. Because the state parties of the Genocide Convention have the duty to prevent and to punish. They were not very good in prevention. They were denying as much possible what happened there as a genocide. But also they had a duty to punish. And punishment could have different ways. We had to study how to do it, but punishment could be finding ways to reach the International Criminal Court or presenting case before national jurisdictions and demanding universal jurisdiction to investigate the crimes before national courts. As you know, legal proceedings will not be enough. We need to do much more. We need to do movies. We need to prepare ceremonies and events to keep discussing. We had to organize teaching on this. So it's a long journey, as you know that, because you were fighting for this for more than 100 years. I regret that I could not be with you today personally, but I am in Sao Paulo, Brazil. The University of Sao Paulo invited me to be a professor. They created a chair for me on innovation on global affairs. And I believe this case, the Armenian case, is the cornerstone of the discussion on how to improve the international legal order. There is a failure by design. What happened to Armenians is a failure by design. The legal system is not created to protect individuals. And we need to change that. And the Armenian case, for me, could be the perfect case to do it. So my position in Sao Paulo is for you. I would like to see how we can work together to present what happened to the Armenian people hundreds ago and now, to transform that in education and spread it around the world. Spread courses about the Armenian problem around the world. Everyone that's studying international legal order should study Armenian genocide 1915, Armenian genocide 2023. So I'm not with you present, but I'm working for you from Sao Paulo.